So good evening everyone, it is Mitchell aka the Walk in Orlando and welcome back over here to Universal. Welcome back to Horror Nights. We're coming over here because tonight is a sold out night. We're also here because we're here with one of Kayla's friends who's never been to Horror Nights. If she has, it's been a while, can't remember exactly, but I'm kind of curious to see what are crowd levels on a sold out night. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, leave a like and stick around for today's Halloween Horror Night adventures. Well, the biggest difference coming so last week we came a little bit after 6, and today we are here about 6:30. The difference, this is all wide open. So, but I am really excited to see tonight. Biggest goal tonight is I really want to see Jack and Chance if we can. So sorry, like a little bit of a quick jump. Didn't take it too long to get into the park, and also it's already dark. It gets very dark here now very quickly, so tends to be that way. But I will tell you, lines are very long tonight, so we're gonna be here quite a while tonight, probably, because we want to do a couple of rides. We're gonna go into a hill house, which, in my opinion, is probably the scariest house. Good God, I'm not looking forward to going through that house again. But heading over here to Men in Black, gotta meet up with Kayla and her friends over here at the gift shop, and then we're gonna ride Men in Black Alien Attack because that is open during the event. And then I think once we get done with that, we kind of go do Hill House. So I guess I'm still very good at Men in Black, where I can score almost 600,000 without actually hitting the button. And it's also being with the point where you point at each other's ports, and we got spun around 4 times. So I was getting very frustrated by that because I couldn't do anything with it. So, but like I said, we are heading over to Hill House. Like I said, I'm not too looking forward to that. Alright, coming up here to Hill House. So we're over here by the SpongeBob store and the pizza fries, which are off just to the right hand side, right over there. And off to the left is where Beetlejuice and Hill House are. And these are, like I said, these are normally the 2 longest waits. So both Hill House and Beetlejuice are posting an hour-long wait right now. So kind of gives you an idea how busy it is. But as we talked about before, between 9 to 11 is when you get a big rush, because it's people who, like us, we might leave between that time frame, and people who are going to be staying all night are going to come during that time. So something interesting they are doing for Hill House right now is they are giving you a ticket once you get into the actual line, like the regular standby line, and then you have to have that ticket to get all the way to the front of the house, because what they're trying to discourage is line jumping, which is something that was caused Wednesday night. So be careful that that's what they are doing. They changed it up a little bit, but it's just only at Hill House right now, I think. Okay, so definitely going through the second time, really kind of saw a lot of things I didn't get to see the very first time we went through it, and so I really kind of appreciate the stuff. Also, I had a friend who ended up doing a lot of the behind the scenes tour, or like the lights on tour. And so there's a couple things, like when you first enter the facade, look at the very top, you can see the figures in the window as well. And it's still that the tall guy at the very end still got me. But I think I saw him, but then I saw the hand and it freaked me out a little bit. So I don't like when they do that. So I know you can't see it unless I get a little bit farther in. So Haunting of Hill House is 70 minutes, and Beetlejuice 65 minutes. So these are probably the 2 longest waits in the park right now, or for the houses. So just be aware that these are going to be more busier because of the fact they are the most popular too. Literally, it is. This back area is starting to get very busy. Starting to notice how busy it actually is starting to get. Not a bad thing. It's just one of those things that I was just noticing how kind of insane it is, just because of the fact that it is a sold out night. So, but we are heading over to London because we're going to go to ride Harry Potter Escape from Gringotts. Just because we might as well, while we're waiting for Beetlejuice, we can go ride something just in case. So we came into, like I said, Diagon Alley because we have about over an hour before our return to go back to Beetlejuice, because we want to come over here and try to see if we can do Diagon Escape from Gringotts. Something I thought they did though is I thought the dragon blew fire at night, because I can tell you if he blew fire at night, this would be a really cool shot right here. Well, apparently he does blow fire at night. Alright, good to know. So we thought that Harry Potter Escape from Gringotts wouldn't have that long of a wait, but it has a 45-minute wait right now, and I'm like, I am not waiting 45 minutes because normally during these nights, it usually has a very quick walk on, but unfortunately not tonight, so it's not the end of the world. Also, it is way busier here in Diagon Alley than it normally is during any other horror nights I've ever been to. This is like normal day level crowds, like really it is. The line for the butterbeer over here stretches all the way out. The butterbeer stand in the corner is all the way out past the owl post and everything. So it is, if you think coming to horror nights and try and get an easy chance just to see everything at Diagon Alley, it's not what it like it used to be when the very first time I came. So something I would love to see is, so they have the dark arts thing over at Islands of Adventure, and I would really love to see them expand it over here to Universal because of the fact that you have all the space, plus right down the way you have Nocturne Alley, which is kind of where the dark arts, like the evil witches and wizards to go. So I think it would be a really good addition. I really think they should expand it in some way, because I think it'd be really good for those who come for Halloween Horror Nights to experience it. Plus, it would go a lot later, in my opinion. Now that means expanding it and being later, but it'd be kind of cool to draw more people in here. Now, you don't really need that on busier nights, but on the slower nights, it would help draw more people into Wizarding World. Alright, gonna take a quick walk through Crypt TV because I want to go over to the Starbucks over in the New York section and get something there because I am starting to run very low on energy. But we'll take a quick walk through Crypt TV because this is Kayla's favorite. This is probably third favorite for me because I really like Lights, Cameras, Action is number 1, and then Seek and Destroy is number 2. But I like this one. It's cute, it's good. I think the interactions are very well. The only problem is this bottleneck it creates can be very annoying.
Yeah. Got Spider Lady.
Like I said, my only complaint with Crypt is that it very much, you get these points of like everyone just gets very like compact and everything, and it gets super hard to move because you can see as you go through, you got a little opening there, but as you get down to the ends, it tends to bottleneck very badly. So like, I think it's cool like when you can walk straight through it, but because they have like these little show things going on, it tends to cause a massive bottleneck. So definitely crowd levels are very, very high right now. We actually have to head back over here to where Fear Factor is going to no longer exist, but we're going over here to Halloween Nightmare Fuel Show, which is the, as I call it, the risky show, because there's a lot of risky things about it. And we're gonna try to do that, but it doesn't start till 9:30, but it's only 9:10 right now. But the last time we went, about 10 minutes before, they completely filled up on space, and we were also on the side. I kind of want a middle spot, but I can't unfortunately film because they do not want you filming during the show. So, I mean, it makes sense, but kind of wish I could film.
So yeah.
Alright, so it looks like we made it into the next showing. Hopefully we have better seats than we did the last time we did it, but unfortunately this is the point where I cannot take you guys any farther because they do not want anyone filming or anything in this show. So it's really a 20-minute gap of nothing right now, so hopefully we get better seats, see how risky it is tonight. So we are kind of glad we did give that show a second chance because I was kind of not tempted to give it. It's really good. Like looking at it, how just everything from the fire to the dancing to the silk dancer to everything about the nature, it's a really good show. It's still to me a little risky, but I enjoyed it because I got to see more things I didn't see before, and also just how they were able to do a lot of the weird effects as well. So, but now we got to head back on over to Beetlejuice because it's time for us to do Beetlejuice, and then hopefully we have a couple shows. We have a couple houses left after that, and then try and do a couple more rides if possible because the crowd level's very, very dense tonight. Well, the time frame it took us to go walk around Diagon Alley, watch the show, Beetlejuice is up to a 90-minute wait. I know you can't see it, but yeah, kind of crazy. I feel very conflicted. This music, but yeah, we're walking up to Curious George Goes to Town. Always just makes me laugh. I don't know why. Every time we come to do Beetlejuice, it just makes me laugh too much. So definitely, I like Beetlejuice a lot. I like that after also watching the movie finally, it's always really kind of interesting to see like how much I noticed from the movie, but I also like the fact that it's kind of like a silly house. So like Horror Nights always has like one of those like silly houses every year that's not like super scary but fun to go through. Plus Beetlejuice is one of Universal's properties, so that does kind of help with everything. So, but I want to quickly just kind of quickly show you guys right here some of the wait times that there are, because this is the wait times on a sold out night. Also Express Pass being completely sold out as well. So it is a bit of, it is, just be mindful, come on a sold out night, just be prepared to wait a lot. So a little trip through not Seek and Destroy, little trip through Lights, Cameras, Action, my absolute favorite scare zone of this year's event. I really like the guy on the, I really like the fisherman guy. I definitely feel my night was complete because I got to see Jack out and about. I couldn't get a picture with him, but I hopefully got a really good video of him with Eddie, which is, so the storyline is Eddie's his brother, and there's a whole story lore, but I was just happy to see Jack. And that was like the big thing I've been wanting to do this entire time, to see Jack. I want to get a picture with him at some point, but it's really hard because he doesn't really have a schedule. He comes out, so he does opening ceremonies, and then he usually, if he's going to be anywhere, he's going to be here in Lights, Cameras, Action, either in there with Eddie, or he's going to be at the other end, kind of where the horror makeup show is, on the other end, across from Mel's drive-in or Mel's die-in. So, but I was happy to get to see him at least this time. So it does kind of work, as we got a return time for case files, because we wanted to either do Massacre or Icons, but both of them are at 90 minutes, so it was kind of a long wait to try to do that. So we just went and found the shortest wait of something we like, so Case Files is one of them, and we got that. So we got about 4 minutes to go, and I think after we do that, we're gonna call it a night, because it's getting late. We've been here since about 6:30, and me and Kayla are not used to being out this late for Horror Nights. So I definitely think we've now officially seen two sides of the spectrum of a very busy night like tonight, and then a very like low crowd level night like we saw 2 weeks ago. Because last week was kind of like a moderate level of crowds, but I feel like this today is the busiest we've seen. So it kind of gives you an idea of seeing the crowd, different kind of crowd levels there are. Because right now as we walk up between 30 years, 30 Fierce to the New York section, it's so many people. Like, this is busier than a normal day here at Universal. So that is just something we're kind of just trying to see, but trying to work through the sea of people.
Why do you stand before the controller, human? Speak up. Respond.
It seems like that the ride wait times are also very long, because you saw earlier we were over at Diagon Alley, Harry Potter Escape from Gringotts was supposed to be a 45-minute wait. In Transformers, supposed to be 25. So this is just what it looks like on sold out nights. So it kind of gives you an idea. And I think as we get closer to Halloween, I think this is what it's going to look like every night. So unfortunately, the slower nights that we saw, aren't gonna happen the rest of the season. The good thing about tonight though, that I've actually been very pleased with, is the weather has been amazing. Like, normally by this time, I am already drenched in sweat, it's hot, I'm humid, and tonight it's been in the low 70s, I think upper 60s at some points. I think it's in upper 60 now. It actually kept it really nice to actually be out. I think this is how the weather's gonna be moving forward. Alright, so the very last thing we are going to do tonight, Case Files Unearthed. It's actually a really good one. I kind of like this one a lot. It's kind of a underrated one, I feel like. So I will say, going through Case Files that time, because there was a line in front of us, it ended up looking I really enjoyed that actually a lot. I kind of got to read a little bit more, saw a little bit more what was going on during the entire time. So, but that was a good one. I like that. That was a good run through. Got me a couple times. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and call it an evening here from Halloween Horror Nights, from a very busy night, from a sold out night. So it was a very busy night, but you know what, we were able to get a decent amount done. We were able to get into 3 houses, do the show, go through all the scare zones, and ride one ride, which is Men in Black. So despite the fact that it wasn't like we got to do as much as we wanted to, we got a decent amount done for what we were going to. If we had stayed till 2 a.m., I think we would have done as much as we wanted to, but we're all 3 tired. So, but with all that being said, we do head up from a fantastic trip here from Halloween Horror Nights. We'll see y'all next time.